Hello, my friend. You've been asking me the very, very difficult question: how do we deal with evil in the world? And there is only one answer to that, which is Popper's answer: to have zero tolerance for intolerance. Evil is defined by forces that destroy us, that are unjust to us or other people, that oppress us, that are hostile to us, and therefore stop us in our capacity for finding our own space, developing ourselves, contributing to the world, and enjoying our freedom and our life in the world. So clearly, those kinds of forces opposing us, suppressing us, pestering us, torturing us, harming us instead of helping or just being alongside us, those forces are what we call evil in the world. Now, most of us have a capacity for evil, so we do evil in the world ourselves, inevitably. Every step you take, you crush some animals at a very small level. You walk over worms, you step on bugs, you crush bacteria, you get rid of a lot of life all the time, and we are all harmful to the environment in some ways through our habits. So that basic grain, that basic starting cell of evil is in us. When we think too much about our own well-being and not about the general well-being of the world or of the planet or of the people around us, then we act in an evil manner. So now, if we start to become more aware of being able to hold our own without being evil or oppressive, we're starting to be a force for the good. But it tends to be so that those who are willing to act in evil ways tend to come across as stronger than those who are committed to avoid all evil and to be kind, welcoming, caring, and considerate of other people. That is often perceived as weakness, especially by people who are able to affirm themselves regardless of other people, despite of other people, and sometimes specifically in order to dominate other people, to win over other people. And this is a problem everywhere. It is a problem in families where older siblings oppress younger siblings, or husbands beat up their wives, or vice versa. It is a problem in schools where we know bullying is one of the main issues that put children off going to school. It continues to be a problem in our organizations where those who have this capacity for affirming themselves despite other people often rise to the top, making it difficult for the more kind-hearted, friendly people to want to even get involved in that battle, which is why many good people tend to withdraw or end up being self-employed or stay hidden in positions where they can kind of go under the wire. Now, this is not a good situation, because what we actually need to do is for kind-hearted people with the right idea about how we need to collaborate with each other and how we need to enable each other in a fair way and in a supportive way. Those people need to become more the ones that make the rules that protect other people and that make the world a better place. So there is a need for an emotional, psychological kind of revolution where we start to recognize the power of collaboration and friendliness over the power of dominance. This is not about pushing submissive people to the front because they're part of the problem. It is about pushing people into positions of decision making who want to make those decisions together, in collaboration, in conversation, in dialogue. That is how we overcome the bullies of this world, and beyond that, the tyrants, the despots, those who become terrorists or even murderers or mass murderers. It's all the same phenomenon, but at a higher and higher level. It's quite different when we're standing up against people. Then we do need to have zero tolerance for their bad behavior. Otherwise, we appease it and we tolerate it and we fit in with it, and then it is allowed to thrive. So we need to be much more careful about teaching people from a very early age how to use their pushing power and not to use it in such a way that they diminish or destroy others, or that they try to become those that profit over other people. Those behaviors should be called out and should be seen much more clearly as destructive to our civilization and our very human culture. They are the root of what bring us wars, oppression, tyrannies, pain, and mass murder, really. So that is a beginning of working against evil. But if we are against things, we stand a chance of becoming like the thing we're fighting. So we have to be very careful to keep the right values in mind and to think in terms of educating people instead of punishing them, showing what is right for the planet, showing what is right for our community, rather than what is right for pushy individuals who would lord it over other people and who think nothing of walking over others, hurting them and destroying them. That is unacceptable. It's unacceptable because it creates an environment which is barbaric and which is painful to live in, and where life becomes so unpleasant that nobody really wants to live it. The objective has got to be that we bring out our better nature and that we find a way to be more inclusive and more supportive of more and more people and make room for each other and make it so that all of us can enjoy being alive and contributing something to that overall society, whether it be on a small basis or on a very broad basis. It's the same principle everywhere and for all of us. So I hope you can work with that principle in your own life. Stand up to anyone who oppresses in such a way that you don't create more friction, but that you have some kind of impact, some influence over making things fairer and much more pleasant, peaceful, and livable for all concerned. It's a big, big problem, and it's not easy to solve, but we must all be willing to face it and not just placate, and not just appease, and not go in hiding, not give up, but stand strong in solidarity with each other. Take care.